where there's actually somebody that's like for it. Like, you know, that's what I do is like I help other artists like teach them how to get it popping. Like at least get a jump start, you know what I mean?
That's dope.
And what resources are out here, because a lot of that's the things people don't know, and because they don't know, they're like, oh, nothing's out here, and I'm like, well, what am I doing? Right. You know what I'm saying? Everything I've done is because of people in Boston that have looked at me up. You know what I'm saying? So I just let them know.
Start the stream.
Live. Now, do you want me to, like, I'm just chilling talking to y'all if y'all need me to, like, look anywhere?
No.
Okay.
I mean, this is the camera.
But
we're
just
straight conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to talk to the viewers, they're right there.
Okay. I see y'all had C-Dub TFB radio out here.
Yeah.
We went to high school.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
So I had so we were like giving out shout outs and stuff, and I had did a
this pussy a bad habit, and you like a drug addict. Don't take no jabs at me. I swear I make you vanish. You tell me when you finish. Fuck nigga, I shoot this shit in drip. Look at my style. When I step out, he's saying wow. Look at my purse, crocodile, Versace purse, it costs $1,000. Look at my hair, look at my teeth. Dirty bitches, pipe it down. He ain't fuck, I pipe them down. He ain't fuck, I pipe them down. I be talking to faces. I don't care who's real, who's faking. Give a fuck by the nigga be taken. Bitch, what's your occupation? Cause you feeling obligated. It's not that complicated. Get money and mind your business. Get money and mind your business. Wanna know who I'm fucking and sucking? Why I'm always with white niggas? Do you even fuck black niggas? They say you a gang member. Famous, that a disclaimer. I tell them news reporters, yeah. Look at my drip, look at my style. When I step out, he says my drip. Look at my style. When I step out, he's saying wow. Look at my purse, crocodile, Versace purse, it costs $1,000. Look at my hair, look at my teeth. Dirty bitches, pipe it down. He ain't fuck, I pipe them down. He ain't fuck, I pipe them down. Yeah, bitch. Fuck you niggas be talking about. All that gossip broke shit. Fuck nigga. Y'all know I kill shit. Y'all already know I pull up. Y'all know I don't play these no type of game. Already know. Nigga, what's up? Y'all play too much. Who really want war? Y'all gonna make somebody hurt. Hold up. Who really want war? They don't want war. Yeah. Dallas. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. High street shit. You ain't pulling through. We coming through.
I'ma be great till I die, nigga, you better ask about me. I'ma be great till I die, nigga, you better ask about me. I'ma be great till I die, little nigga, you better ask about me. Feel like a soldier, labels writing new checks about me. I had a line in the jungle, you gon' fall without me. And I'm 10 toes for you niggas, you don't know about me. I'm back and I'm better, knew you could never forgive me. And if you fuck with them lame niggas, I ain't giving you pity. We from the trenches where niggas tell you watch out for your homies. Cause when you turn your back, your homie could be gone and you lonely.
I've been all up in the trenches, only us now. All these Cartiers and VVS is bust down. OTA, we been them niggas, yeah, we run town. I be all up in your shorty, make her make sound. She a creeper, so I fucked her and I lay low. It's only me and you, so keep that mouth closed. My shorty doing good, do as I say so. Yeah, oh yeah, and I always keep a K with me. None of y'all can play with me. I heard niggas fatally. I'm just trying to get the teeth. Now I just been on the road, solo bustin' on the go. In the AM, in the ghost. Ain't
I'ma
nobody
be great till I
so.
die, little nigga, you better ask about me. Feel like a soldier, labels writing new checks about me. I had a line in the jungle, you gon' fall without me. And I'm 10 toes for you niggas, you don't know about me. I'm back and I'm better, knew you could never forgive me. And if you fuck with them lame niggas, I ain't giving you pity. We from the
Yeah. Welcome to motherfucking High Street. Shout out to motherfucking Dallas Rose. Fame. Rebels Empire. Your girl Fame Jackson.
my shit.
I let my court. I'm back and forth.
could just bring the whole thing up.
I don't miss the moon, nah. My truck too do it. Chanel full of ones, up close to done. That nigga here who
What's
got
going
money
on,
that's good,
y'all?
nigga, him through the tour.
It's the Benjamin Bass and Podcvst with Dallas Rose, and we have a motherfucking dope-ass celebrity, Boston celebrity.
Finally. Finally.
You know, like, it's up. It's like up from here. You know what I'm saying?
For a long time, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Red motherfucking shade.
What's goody? We here now. We
What's
here
up?
today.
Yeah.
It was meant to be today. This is a nice day out, you know?
That's right, yeah. July 21st, right?
Yes. Yep.
2021. Here we are.
2021.
Welcome to the podcast. I'm Dallas Rose. This is Fame Jackson.
And
That's
you
Red
already,
Shades.
and that's Red Shades, like, for real,
Really
for
right there.
real.
Good.
Yes, we have people here, like dope people here, but you know, no shade, but this top still, right?
Everybody knows
It's
this is
top
big.
still, okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, put that over there.
You got it.
So let's get straight into it, okay?
All right, let's get it.
I already know where you're from, but tell our audience where
Yes.
you're from.
What's up, everybody? I'm Red Shades. I lived all around the world. I am from Boston, Massachusetts. I was also raised in Macon, Georgia. So I'm like a city country girl.
Okay.
And I definitely have West Indian culture in me too. So I was raised with literally 3 cultures growing up. And I sort of lived all around Boston, like every neighborhood. You know, if you're from here, you've been in Roxbury, Mattapan, Dorchester, Hyde Park, all of it. So I literally probably lived in all of those neighborhoods throughout my life. And yeah, we here.
Yeah, that sounds like me. Me too. I moved everywhere. People be like, "Where you from?" I'm like, Boston. Boston's
Just say
my
Boston
hood.
because it's like
Boston's my hood. Period. Like,
just Boston because I can't really click because you know some people will be like, "Oh yeah, Roxbury bread." I'm like, yeah, that's true, but I was in Dorchester too, and I was in Hyde Park.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Rhode Island for like, I'm good. I moved to Rhode Island for like 11 years.
Oh, wow.
And
okay.
commuted to Boston school. I went to OB.
Oh, shit. All the way from Rhode Island?
Yeah, because my parents worked in Boston too, so we commuted. I had a very unique upbringing. Yeah.
So every morning you drive all the way to Boston? Like,
all the way to Boston.
Must have been nasty in the winter.
Yes, it was, and long. I just remember like trying to catch Z's on the way there and then
Yeah.
sleeping on the way home.
I can picture like the mornings, like, get dressed, we gotta go.
we gotta go. It's dumb early.
Yeah.
It was like 4 or 5 a.m. Yep.
That's brutal.
I definitely relate to that because I straight out of high school, I moved to Providence. So I did a year and a half at Community College in Rhode Island, and the commute, my last year at Westie was like the hardest because I was actually based in Rhode Island.
In Rhode Island, right?
So I was legit, I was 16 because I remember the principal telling me, when is your birthday? Because if you're not 17 before June, you can't graduate. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, you have to be a certain age?
Yes,
to
my
graduate?
birthday's late too. And so I had to, when my parents tried to take me to kindergarten, they was like, unfortunately, she needs to wait another year
Oh,
because
yeah.
she didn't turn
Right.
6 before this
started
day.
early,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
like, all right.
Yeah, it was bullshit. But my birthday's in April. So graduation's June. So I was like, yeah, bitch, I'm graduating. So, yeah, so I was 16 just doing the commute, and I didn't really have a license. I think I had a permit, so I've always just been dirty.
Yeah, fuck it. Get away with it most of the time, right?
Yeah,
Every now and then you
shit.
get a ride home from the tow truck. But
Yeah,
all
like
good.
last week.
week.
Yeah, so yeah, you just gotta do what you gotta do a lot of the times, you know. But tell us about your music. How did you get into music?
So when I was like a young girl, my dad was in a rap group in like the mid to late 90s. So
What was it called?
well, it was called Killing Field.
Okay.
Yeah, and so they
They from Franklinville? Okay.
No. My father's from Roxbury all
Okay.
day. And I think his partner was from Dorchester. So, you know, he was always rapping. They were doing video shoots, all type of things. And I saw that. So as a little girl, I was like, damn, this looks interesting. I tried to like emulate him. But obviously I wasn't really making too much sense. But after seeing like their video be on BET and like he was opening up for his favorite rapper at the time was Rakim, you know, the God. And so I was like, wow, this is like, you know, dope. And to see them doing that independently, I was just like, oh, let me take a stab at it. And a lot of us like artists tend to like go from poetry to rap. I'm no different. I was writing everything, just free writing. And you know, I kept to it, like I stuck to it over the years, but once I got in high school, I started battling people. And then I started writing and doing songs, and I was producing too at the time. So my parents sort of just, they let my creativity flow however I saw fit. Yeah. They bought all my equipment.
Nice, yeah.
And then, but I'd say 18 is when I really started like trying to take it more seriously. So.
That's
dope. And what changed at 18?
So I started what was then called online radio. It was a podcast in 2009. And I started playing independent artists' music as well as my own. I was looking for an avenue to get my music out there to other people. And I wasn't really focused on getting a target audience in Boston at the time. I was young. And I was like, oh, I want to be global. I want, you know, all this type of stuff. So I ended up getting a fan base on the internet.
Straight tequila.
Straight tequila.
Sipping like it's one.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's cool.
Yeah, so I started doing that first, and then YouTube. I was a part of like that YouTube wave where it was actually a community. So I was like all internet. Nobody knew me in Boston like at all because I never did anything here at the time.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yep.
And so then where did that go with the whole internet thing?
So once I did that, I was gearing up to go to college. So the one thing I always said about myself, like I was very inconsistent when it came to...
Did you graduate?
From college? Yeah.
College
Fitchburg State University, film and video, minor in Soc.
Nice.
So I was out there, and so I would come back and perform at things here and there, you know, doing little things. I didn't really know what was going on out here because I was all the way in Fitchburg. Fitchburg is like closer to upstate New York. Yeah. It's like... You know, I don't know if you guys heard of Fitchburg, but
I've been out there before.
You've been out there?
It's always super far.
Yeah. It's super far, and back then it was mad, like just ghost. It was a ghost town. So nobody was like really out there. And one of my roommates made me go to like this underground show at college because they found out I could rap by accident. Because I wouldn't, that's the thing, I'm mad shy. So I don't go to people like, do you know who I am? Like, I rap. I'm a rapper. Like, you're never going to hear me say that. If y'all didn't know me, like, and we seen each other at an event, I wouldn't be like, yeah, I'm Red Shades. Like, look at me, never.
I mean, I might pick you out because you are wearing red shades.
Yeah, see, at the interview.
Hey, I think that's Red Shades.
See, I'm going to let y'all know, and people are picking up on it. When I go to support, because I like to go to other events just to be a fan, because like I like music too, and people forget that. Yeah. They think you always like want to perform. I won't wear my glasses, so people won't. Nah. So now they know. See, when I was coming up, they didn't recognize me without their glasses on. It was kind of like Superwoman type stuff. Now they're like, yeah, Red, we know, we got your number. We know what you're trying to do. But they know if I don't got the red glasses on, I'm not performing. Like, please don't ask me.
Okay,
like,
right.
Not,
just like your superhero outfit.
Absolutely. Nice. Red Shades is superhero. Like if I got the glasses on, and one time I went to an event with no glasses and they wanted me to like just do an impromptu performance. And I was like, oh, I don't got the glasses. And they had my merch item of the Red Shades that I sold.
Nice.
Oh wow.
And they was like, well, we have some, and I was like, fuck. and I had to perform, but cool. it was fun. Yeah, so that's what happened. So in college, to be honest with you, it was my friends that really pushed me to like, they were like, you have all this good music. They were like, what are you like doing with it? What's happening? What's going on? What's the deal? I was like, yeah, I'm chilling. Like, what's y'all's issue? Like, and long story short, they really believed in me. They really heavily supported me. So I started
That's important.
Yeah, it's very important. My family really supported me. So I had a really good support system. So once I graduated college, I started when I graduated, I became a private flight attendant. But after that, I started going full force with music. So all that was a journey of like over 10 years. Wow. I've been rapping since I was 7. Everybody knew I rapped. In school, I was known online a little bit, and then college was in and out. And after college, I just said, this is my last time. I'm going to go full force, and what happens, happens. And we'll see. We'll go from there.
Nice. And
Cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And you just had a show recently, right? Maybe not recently, but
You talking about the Roxbury Poetry?
Yeah.
I was hosting. Because,
Okay,
I've been
you
laying
hosted.
low. I was telling Dallas that earlier. Like, I feel like I went so hard during the pandemic that I
That you
deserve
needed a
this break.
break, yeah.
But opportunities still fall in my lap, and I'm like, okay, I don't have the energy to necessarily do a full set, but I was like, I like hosting, and it's an easy bag. So I'm like, I just got to introduce everybody. So I did that, and I actually did an event with Hard Rock Cafe International, and I hosted then too. So I kind of just been hosting this year, I think. I don't remember any performance. If it was virtual. I don't know.
Okay.
But
So maybe I'm just thinking of your hosting.
Maybe you're just wishing that she was going to play a show, and you pictured it in your head.
I do got a show in September. It's lit. Y'all should come because everybody's gonna be there.
What's the date? When and where?
It's finally reloaded. DJ Washam. DJ Washam is a well-known DJ in the community.
Shout out to DJ Washam.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Washam, and they had their first album released almost a year ago, and it was called Finally, right?
Yeah.
So DJ Washam basically did what DJ Khaled did and put mad artists from the city.
I remember that. It was
nice.
You, Brandy Blaze,
K
and
Swag,
yep.
and everybody. So, and it was all like female identifying artists on the project, right?
Oh, cool.
So then there was this little, maybe you're talking about this virtual performance, finally had like a performance in Self-Made in Quincy, and it was presented like on YouTube, and like I posted like that. I had a little guest verse, right? So now Sham's coming back out with this big festival over at One Somerville, September 10th. And y'all gotta look at the lineup because all the artists that you probably know and love and support from here, they're on it.
Oh, sick.
It's gonna be lit.
Oh, I gotta check it out.
Nice.
All right.
Yes, we'll definitely check it out.
September 10th?
Yep.
Is that a
It's a
Friday?
Yep.
Nice.
6 to 10.
Perfect.
6 to 10.
Still get
Okay.
And it's
Better.
outside. It's like it's on like, festival type vibe. Yep.
That'll be great.
Nice. That's cool. So, are you recently working with any artists whether from the city or
So
outside?
on my latest project, Feel the Aura, I literally worked with mad people, whether it was production or the artists themselves, vocalists. And that was like the whole point, was to show the camaraderie and community in the city. As of right now, I haven't really been creating any other music. I kind of just been doing other things that music has led me to, but not necessarily performing or recording, but just doing like other cool things.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's important, because like you have to do. I think you have to do to get noticed. I feel like you kind of have to do more than just like, here's my new song.
Yeah.
Here's
You
my new
gotta.
video. You know what I mean? Like, because everybody's doing that now.
Everybody does that, and so you really have to, a lot of times artists, they decide they want to rap one day and then they feel entitled to people supporting them, or like, oh, my video ain't going off, but like, it takes a lot. You are in a pool of literally millions of people that have your same dream. You got to do something different.
I think I heard like the stat recently. I had always heard 40,000, but recently I heard like 65,000 songs get uploaded every day.
Every day.
So
everybody's
why would
rapping,
anybody
everybody's
listen to your
singing.
shit?
You gotta, what's different? And then also you can't force being different or unique,
Exactly.
But be clever and do your research. That's what I always say. Like, if you remain a student, I think you're gonna be good, because there's always something to learn. Like, even for me.
Yeah.
Like, so that's how I started getting traction. It was like, I wasn't really doing what I was supposed to do as far as like hitting the ground running here and on the actual pavement.
Yeah.
So that was my game plan, and it worked.
Nice.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, right now I'm chilling and sort of doing a lot of like back end stuff and a lot of cool like, sync licensing and some other passive income. Like, yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
So you're trying to get music placed in like TV and video and stuff like that?
Yeah, no, that's what I do. That's what I've been doing. Just
really?
like silent music related things. Yeah.
No, yeah, that's so. What can you? You got any like gems for people that like as far as
trying to get in the sync?
Well, I mean, because I think a lot of musicians don't pay much attention to that. They're just like, I gotta get a big song.
Yeah, that they don't. So what I do is I throw workshops anyway. I had a workshop called How to Jumpstart a Music Career in Boston. That was literally before the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
So that was last year. And I talk about all of that. And also if people like DM me, like I'll tell you what it is. It's not like I never want to come up here and make it seem like, oh, it's easy to get into or whatever. But if you research like music libraries, or nowadays music supervisors are tweeting like, oh, send submissions here. You just have to make sure that you own all the rights to your song, or you have a deal worked out with the producer where they're like, okay,
that's cool.
we'll split the back end. But either way, you gotta like research your industry, no matter what you're doing.
Sure, yeah.
So
That's awesome. That must be fun to get stuff in.
yeah, that was my main goal as an artist, was to land a sync placement, and once that happened, I was like overjoyed, you know.
Yeah.
So.
How's that cake pop there for you?
I've never had a pop cake, and I don't know how to feel.
You don't know how to. Do you like sweets?
I love them.
You love them. So is this like?
I like it, but I don't know if I do like it.
Yeah.
But let's give it another bite.
It's an Oreo cake pop.
Help yourself if
Thank
you
you.
want a pop cake or some
Strawberry.
strawberries. You gotta wiggle it to get all of it.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Let's see.
You should have gotten a fork, because then
fork?
you could
I
have.
think you need to start putting them on wax paper.
That's
when
true.
You make those fame.
That's true. We should have thought about that.
I think I have some wax paper too.
Dallas, it's too late now.
Make sure that doesn't fall on the rug. See that as it starting to fall apart.
What do you want me to do? Shove it in my mouth?
Yeah.
No.
I was saying what a cool bag that is. The boombox bag.
Thank you.
Show it to the camera.
All right, look. Everybody thinks I be carrying a radio around, but it's a purse.
Don't you think it
dope.
should also be a radio though?
It should.
Right?
Why not?
Sure, why not?
That would
feel
be
like we should
mad
invent
It
dope.
will be lit.
That would be like old school as fuck.
Yeah.
Mad dope, yeah. I buy it. So let's talk about your dating life if you want to. Are you dating right now?
I'm engaged.
Oh no, you are engaged.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I remember seeing that. I remember seeing that on your post.
Yeah.
And, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I remember saying congratulations.
I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's dope. Do you want to tell us who you're engaged to?
I'm engaged to my college sweetheart. We met in Fitchburg State too, and she's also one of my closest friends that were a part of that group that was very supportive.
Cool.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the boo. That's the homie. That's wifey.
That's your best friend.
Yeah, my
you guys
best friend.
stay together since college, or you break up and then get back together?
No, so in college we were never together.
I thought you said college sweetheart.
I did because I always loved her.
Oh,
Yeah.
you call it crush.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Yeah.
everybody knew it was a running joke because like I never shied away. Everybody knew. They was like, oh, yeah, about time. Like, oh, y'all together? So, you know, we always was just really close and stuff like that. So it was a college sweetheart for me because we were always like soulmates regardless. Like our friendship was different, you know? So yeah, what else you want to know?
So approximately, you can say y'all been together for how long?
Yeah, so we've been dating for almost 6 years. We're going on 6 years, but we've known each other for like 11.
Wow.
And
I've been engaged for a year now?
No, 4 months.
4 months.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was dope. You know, I'm nosy. So I had seen your post about the engagement, and then I was like, oh, okay, congratulations. Let me see who her husband is. Or so I tried, and I think there was one. I don't think you like tagged her.
I probably didn't. No.
Yeah, I don't think you tagged her. So then I'm like, so I go down to see if there's a tag, and there's nothing. I'm like, okay, so I go into the comments to see what I
Try and
see.
see who's doing the hard eyes and stuff like that. See who it is.
Something. No, and she don't comment. I remember she didn't comment.
She
at that.
commented, but not when you checked it.
Yeah. So I'm like, damn. Okay. So I went onto your page and I'm strolling to see what type of evidence you got left behind. I'm like, this girl didn't really leave shit behind.
That's how I move. Yep.
Yeah. That's how you should move. Yeah.
Like it's there. If you know, you know.
No,
but if you don't, then you
gotta
don't know.
because you gonna be doing what I'm doing. Investigating. I seen your story and you put I seen your story.
Uh-oh, what I do?
I think it was a share. You shared her story.
Okay.
In your story. So I'm like, oh, I think this is it.
This is it.
Oh, man.
There's
I'm like,
no
this is
husband.
it.
Follow her.
Yeah, I was
It's
like,
a husband.
right. I didn't even say that at first. I just thought it was okay. Somebody else that's congratulating you, you shared their post or whatever. So I tap on the name or whatever, and it's like the same picture. And I was like, oh, it's a girl. Oh, wow. Wow, that's beautiful, you know.
Yeah.
I almost didn't know. I was like surprised, speechless.
Yeah.
You know, but I was like,
Yeah, there was
dope,
no
good
way
for
for you to really know. You know what I mean? Like some
Good.
people, like you'll be like, oh yeah, no, but if you don't really know me like
Yeah.
that, and if I'm not every day posting like, oh look at us,
Right,
Like
facts.
how y'all gonna know? You
Right.
know?
Now, were you, like, okay, so, are you like lesbian or like a bisexual or something?
I like to say I
Or
hate
you're
labels,
free.
but I'm
Okay.
queer. I know that I'm not straight. That's what I tell people. I ain't straight. I know
Okay.
that.
That's the old school word for it.
Yeah. So
Queer,
I'm queer, fluid, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
But I say it in one of my songs too on the latest album. Like back when I maybe 5 years ago, around the time her and I started dating, I used to identify as a sapiosexual, which is obviously you're attracted to intelligence, so the gender didn't really matter. But as I got older, I was like, I kind of closely identify more with demisexual, which is having to have emotion, like you're emotionally attracted to a person. So it's for me, I still like intelligence and stuff like that, but I have to be emotionally attracted to you to date you. And so that's like really
so
where I'm
physical
at with it.
appearance is never a thing for you.
No, it's a thing.
Okay.
But if we're not connected, like I'm about vibe. A lot of people will say this online and a vibe and we got a vibe and blah blah blah, and it's all for the cameras. Like I'm serious about that. We have to really connect on a molecular level for me to date you. Not to date you, but like to be with you in a relationship. So being that her and I have history that precedes us, it was just
Have
like
you dated other people?
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Yep.
Were they always women?
No.
Okay.
I've dated. She is my first woman that I've dated,
oh, okay.
and then we just got into. Our story's unique because it was like we were friends all this time. She knew I liked her. She liked me too, but didn't realize it yet until later. She came back and told me, "Hey, I like you too," and then we were like,
I
"All
hate
right,
this.
let's date." Then we started dating, and that was it. So I've been attracted to women before her, but we also met at a time where I was exploring and finding out about myself, which was college. Those are the most vital years, you know what I'm saying? Before that, I would dibble and dabble. I wasn't really in relationships like that, but I would date men, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. I'm still attracted to them, but it's I found that I was more connected with women. I connect with women differently than I can connect with men. And that when I found that out, I was like, all right, we on. You know?
That's dope. Was it like a hard thing coming out to your friends, or they already knew, or your family?
Child, all my friends knew. Because that's the thing, I never really hid who I was. And the thing is, it was always funny because I was attracted to whoever I found attractive. So if it was a guy and I was like, oh, he's cute. Women, obviously, I think I had more excitement for them because, I like what I like. And so they would just laugh. And that was it. Now my family, I had to I guess come out to them. I actually told my dad on my birthday. And then my mom, I ended up telling a month after that. And my mom's my Jamaican side. So just so y'all know that. And then
what was the reaction like?
So initially, I think she was definitely taken aback and definitely okay, I'm gonna need time to process this. I think for both of them, because this person has been in my life for over 10 years, it was sort of easy. Maybe it's not. You got to ask them. But I think it was a little easier for them to process because, one, this person didn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Right.
My fiance actually had a relationship with my parents prior
Right.
to that. So it was okay. But for sure, it was an adjustment. for them.
Can you put your shades down so I can see what they look like?
Yeah.
Oh, them shits are dope.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's like Superwoman.
It looks like
Yeah.
Superman.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I feel like. Like when I take the glasses off, I feel like regular Shay, like just chilling. When I put these on, I'm in red shades mode, like you know.
Sick, yeah.
Yeah, I have some strawberries because I eat them all.
They're bomb. The chocolate too. I'm not even. I'm lactose intolerant, but I was
There's
good.
milk in that. We had to put extra milk in the chocolate actually because it was
I
all
know.
messed
I'm gonna
up.
pay for it later, but
Oh no.
that's
okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh no. Shit. Well,
That's good.
glad we're having chocolate together. Oh. Because then when you blow it tomorrow, I'll be like, did you not see my episode with Shaydez? What? We was eating chocolate strawberries together. Yes,
Chilling.
period.
Yeah.
So, tell us about what you have coming out, what your plans are.
You know what?
For more than just music, you know.
Okay.
Because you're engaged now. Like,
Yeah.
you know, as women, like, you know, how are y'all planning kids? Like, you know, I want to know that.
You get into it. I like so right now, like we're big fans of going at your own pace, and we've always moved to the beat of our own drum regardless of like what other people think or what other people are doing, because right now a lot of people are getting engaged, married, having kids, buying houses, and like we've always connected because of how adventurous and spontaneous we were. So we're unconventional. So we might do this for a few years and then go and do that. So I think right now her and I are focused on enjoying life, achieving our goals separately and collectively, traveling, moving, and do like we like to enjoy life, and that's where we always connected, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. That's sort of like the glue that keeps us together.
Okay.
So no kids on the horizon, maybe like some pets soon. And yeah,
In the future, though? Sometime in the future?
we'll see. We'll see if that's in our cards, but like I'll be honest with you, kids are not something that I said like I have to have. Like if maybe we want to adopt, or if somebody wants to, we'll revisit that. But as far as right now in my short-term life, that's not happening.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel I'm like real spiritual, so like I really feel like I was placed here on assignment to help people find their niche and to show them their potential, and I'm here to impact. I don't think everybody has to be a mom, like to find purpose.
You're right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. I'm probably the only one in my family that don't have kids yet. And they look at me like
Looking at you, you're
something's
crazy,
weird,
right?
wrong with me.
But then they'll have kids and be like, "Don't have kids, please live your life." And I'm like, "So then why you asking me, do I got kids yet?"
No,
Like,
them motherfuckers that have kids, they got the most going on. They be living their best lives. They be
'cause
everywhere.
they ain't watching the kids.
But how you have so much time to do that? You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. It's like, shit's not easy whether or not you have kids. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
not.
being a single person, I'm not even a single. I'm as single could be. You feel what I'm saying? And it's the hardest. Like, I can experience. You know what I'm saying? So when people do complain about having kids in America, I think having kids in America is one of the easiest things. I feel like. You feel
Well, I
what
mean,
I'm
on a
saying?
certain scale. Like, obviously, it's difficult. but,
It's
like,
difficult, yes.
But I know-
Depending
I know
what
what
type
you
of
mean.
life you're living.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like it can be harder than, I guess you're saying, like it's harder than loneliness.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah, it
harder
definitely
than
is.
loneliness
Or
on all
sorry,
aspects.
easy.
Financially,
Loneliness is harder, you're saying.
financially, emotionally, you know, it's just so much harder being like, you know, without kids. You know, I feel like.
That's your experience, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this because, you know, coming from the hood, everybody's getting governmental assistance, you know what I'm saying? And that's because you have kids, you feel what I'm saying? So that's why these bitches be going to Miami. That's why these bitches, they have extra.
They getting checks.
I be like, bruh, I be working from morning to motherfucking
And
night.
what do we have to show for it? Like,
Not-
they on trips to Dubai, and we here like, damn it, what did I do wrong? Maybe I should have kids.
That's what
so
I
I can get some child credit.
And
like-
that's fucked up that I even think like that too. You feel what I'm saying? That you have to kind of think like that sometimes too. But nah, nothing's easy for nobody. So don't tell me, oh, you don't have kids, you could live your life. No, bitch, I got bills. Those are my motherfucking kids and rent. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing's easy in America, period. But yeah, I want kids sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But I'm selfish, you know.
I'm so young. I ain't get a chance to live life yet. How am I have kids? I'm just learning how to like take care of myself.
Yes, I'm the kid.
I don't want to raise a kid with trauma. Like that's something I'm not doing.
Yeah.
So if I do bring a kid into this world or adopt or foster, like it's gonna be a healed version of me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not doing that. I'm not. I really, and I don't want the kid to resent me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think at this point too, you might want to wait a few years and see if the climate's going to take a nosedive or not. Because we're like on the verge of losing our entire habitat, basically.
Oh, shit.
The ocean is on fire all over the world.
Yeah.
That's fucking
like,
crazy.
are we even going to be here?
I don't know.
In the next, like, 20 years,
I think
what's going on?
the area that's livable might get a lot smaller over the next few decades. Hopefully,
We're gonna have
getting smaller, like.
Yeah.
And what's the point of having kids now when we're gonna be scarce of food? There's gonna be nothing but weapons and more people on drugs. People just killing just because they gotta live to the next day. Like it's gonna be like the plague apocalypse.
Yeah, I've been telling my kids like you better bust your ass because it's about to be survival of the fittest, and you want to be on the top because I think it's gonna be nasty for the people who don't have it.
That's facts. So that's why I'm trying to get it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm African, so my grandmother, like, God bless her soul, this lady's dying, so she feels like you're the only one, and she feels like her heart is broken because she haven't seen a Mimi. So I'm like, that doesn't even make no sense, girl. You hated me all my life. How you want to see a Mimi? Like, it doesn't make no sense. Stop it. So yeah, it's not like it's pointless, but everybody got kids. Just pick up one, make them make it yours.
I was saying, do what works for you. I feel like there's plenty of parentless kids that need people to take them in, So if anything, I feel like that would be what we would end up doing later in life. Yeah.
I feel you.
Probably fun.
May I have a napkin, please?
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, I'm really focused right now on I want to put everything that I've put into my music career into myself. I feel like I've been negligent. So for me, my main focus right now is as hard as I go for everything professionally, I'm trying to put that into my personal development. I feel like, I kind of had an unstable life all up until maybe 4 years ago. And so now that I'm stable, I want to take that opportunity to sort of treat myself well and achieve some personal goals,
That's
Thank you.
real.
Yeah.
Got just a couple options there.
Yeah.
Want to wait?
Yes. Thank you. I'm gonna put this here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But
Want to wait?
yeah.
I definitely got literally that's where I'm at actually. Trying to find myself all over again because when you're in a certain mind frame or around certain people, you think that you're this person or you are this person, It's not until you come out of that circle, come out of that bubble, and you stand back and really observe and really just watch yourself. And you're like, this don't add up. This is not even you. This don't even look like you. You feel what I'm saying? So I had to adjust a lot of things that I do and how I do it. You know what I'm saying? The people around. You know what I'm saying? So I think I've grown a lot. In my defense, despite of me catching cases, but that's part of growth because you learn what type of cases you're not gonna catch.
Amen. Nah, you get that's what it's honestly. What is life about other than learning from
your mistakes
and your past experiences, and you grow. That's what happens. The way you felt 5 years ago is not the way you feel today, and it's gonna keep happening. And you're gonna have to keep finding yourself. It's an everlasting journey, and that's okay. It's on your time. That's how I operate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because that's real. And it's easy to get distracted too, seeing everybody go, or seeing that everybody's working. But when you do realize, like, yo, people is not in your shoes and
Circumstances are different.
Yeah.
And you can't compare yourself.
You can't.
Because you also don't know what that said person is going through either. We're always going to show our highlights on social media. And so, unless you're a person that wants attention and you posting yourself crying. But other than that.
Those videos be killing me. I be like, yo, how you crying in the whole camera?
You not crying then. If you could cry on camera and you ain't acting, you're not crying.
You're really
Post
crying, you're not
it.
pulling the camera out.
Like,
Yeah, and then go put it up. Yeah, it's such bullshit.
You're goofy.
that is goofy to me. Yes, that's goofy shit to me. Like, these bitches be weird as fuck. Like, bruh, if you don't put that damn camera down.
But no, everybody's gonna post their highlights, so it's easy to like go on somebody's IG page and look at, oh, you know, they're living a great life, and that's something that I often deal with too. Like, often people will be like, oh, well, how you doing? Well, I know you're doing well. I can see from the looks of it. I'm like, okay, well, then I'm not gonna answer.
Right, you already know the answer.
You already know the answer. Then you don't know what I'm going through on a day-to-day. You don't know what I juggle. You know what I mean? So, but I'm not here to play Struggle Olympics, so whatever. If you knew me, then you would know what I'm going through, and that's just what it is.
Yeah. So, throughout the years, we're just gonna do a couple more questions. Can I have a time? 8:57. Oh, I'm good.
That's it? 8:57?
That's
Oh,
it.
it's so early. Nice. You're doing good tonight.
Period, baby. So yeah, like I know you're concentrating on yourself. I did have a question that I was about to say, but I lost it. I do that a lot. I know you do have plans to just, take care of self right now, musically. Are we waiting on projects, singles? I mean, because I know you just said you're like, doing little things, but me personally, it would be an honor to get on a track with you, soon before you go, self-care moment.
And fall back. I'm already on self-care moment because I've been in the cut.
You know what I'm saying?
But we can definitely make that happen for sure. I just be more so like, when it comes to the shows, 1, 2, because like some of these offers, they don't even like, it's a joke because you're not paying me my rate or offering me my rate, so I don't even look at those.
Yeah.
Oh, that don't happen no more.
Nah.
You're goofy. You won't even get read in the inbox. You have to pay my rate, or it has to be something that I'm willing to do. But I also, if you see me perform at a show like from now to whenever, it's because it's either DJ Washam and it's for that album, or it's a college or something, or it's something that I'm really passionate about. It's a community event. Sure. Other than that, I'm in the crib.
Yeah.
As far as music projects, we could definitely get a track going. But for me, I'm not putting any more money into music in the foreseeable future because I'm still eating off of what I just put out a 20-track album less than a year ago. So I'm still eating off of that, and people need to go, and there's still more people that need to find out about me, and y'all can listen to all of those tracks that I put all my effort into, because I'm not a big fan of, I'm dropping mad music, I'm the hardest working artist in the city. Nah, I spent mad money on all those projects. Go listen to them.
Yeah.
I love how humble you are. You're just so self-in and just so like,
because it's been a journey. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everything could be taken away in a blink of an eye. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it was never really about clout. I barely can handle fame as it is. The little bit that we
Me
do.
too.
I like that. But because I'm real, I don't know. It's like I've always been like shy and reserved, but if I'm around my people, it's like then you get to see another version of me. I don't really need all this. There's some artists, they want all that. Like, this is what y'all do it for, and that's fine. That's no shade, but I don't do that.
Yeah.
So for me, it was this whole like last few years have been trying to grapple with, realizing that people see you as a different way. With me, I'm like, I'm just Shay. Like, I just be, y'all know me from OB, like, But so for me, I'm like, all right, I need balance. I'm a Libra gang. Shout out to all the Libras out there. You too?
Yep.
Word. Libra Nation. So for me, balance is very important.
You're jealous of that thing?
But the people are like, here they go. But anyway, so yeah, but another thing I want to let y'all know though, we can have this interview today and I say, oh, nothing's coming or whatever. The way my life works, stuff be popping out the woodwork. If an opportunity comes on my door, then, you know, but there's a couple of things that, like I was saying, that I'm working on right now that I actually can't just say too much about because I have to sign NDAs. So if I do say stuff publicly,
that's pretty cool.
it's a breach of, so I just can't. But let's just say I'm doing things that I like to do, I'm grateful for.
And congratulations in advance, because I did hear something, and I'll probably mention it off air because you don't want to talk about. You didn't want to talk about certain whatever you didn't want to say, but I'll mention.
Well,
it to
because they said I can't say nothing. I will tell y'all if it was public knowledge.
Oh, can I ask you?
Yeah, go. What happened?
Okay, so are you signing to
Big news.
Should I say it? Should I?
Go.
Okay.
I'm not signing to nobody.
Oh, okay.
What happened?
Okay. Oh, okay. I thought signing to Atlantic Records.
No, where you? I need to know like where you be at, because it seemed like Fame knows stuff about my career before I do. I'm still trying to figure out the Billboard of New York, and I'm getting signed to Atlantic. Like, oh no, what? No, you heard that or?
Yeah, I heard that. I literally heard that. Maybe just the other day. Yeah.
That somebody said that
Yeah.
Yo, who you be like?
Yeah, there was so this is how the conversation went. I was like really like, because we missed 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks of podcast or whatever. But I was talking to one of my mans and I was like pretty excited about coming back into the studio or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, and I got a hot ass fucking guest, like celebrity from Boston. Like,
You killing me with this is funny.
So I'm like, yeah, Red Shades. I heard of her. I know her. I'm like, yeah, of course you know her. Of course you heard of her. And they were like, and they mentioned Oompa or whatever.
Shout out to Oompa.
Shout out to Oompa.
Yep.
And I've never met her too.
Cool soul, man.
Yeah.
Cool soul.
Yeah, she seemed like it. I like her vibes through the internet. I don't personally know her.
That's the whole is like one of the reasons like kind of introduced me to a different audience out here. So once it was like I locked in with and Brandy Blaze, it was like I started seeing different audiences out here. Like I definitely was introduced to like the queer scene that I didn't even know existed, and like more like multidisciplinary art people. So shout out to yeah. But within that convo, I'm not gonna bring because she's not here. But I heard that you was being allegedly being signed to Atlantic Records. So well, shoot, they ain't hit me up yet.
Double check your email.
But the funny thing is, depending on like how well you know me, like I'm independent by choice, just so everybody out there knows that. So like, if I wanted a deal, I would have shopped for it years ago. I sort of just wanted to see what I could, do.
Yeah.
But I'm not to say, I didn't, nobody help me, because it takes a village. Like I said, the people are the reason why I'm where I'm at.
Sure.
But as far as the back end logistics, day to day, and knowing how to maneuver, and because I know the music business and like the industry, that's because of like my research, and so that's what I've been doing. And it's not overnight. Like I've been doing this for mad long. It's just that people in the city just found out about me maybe like 3, maybe 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But I really need to know who you be talking to, maybe off record, because maybe that's something I didn't know. But yeah, for me to ever do a situation like that, them terms got to be right, because I'm very, very strategic in everything that I do, and creative control is very important to me.
I really more and more, I have been for a while, just really questioning the value of a label deal.
It's different. Like, what do you really need it for, other than, what they can do for you now? It's because they took away artist development. They're not even molding artists anymore. But what they can provide now, other than obviously in advance, is like Breakfast Club interviews, like platforms that you otherwise couldn't get into
connections,
yourself. So that's what happens. You do that, but it's like, you still have people to pay back, and
But
you
gotta
have to
a
put
big
people
song
on your
before they're
payroll.
gonna do that for you, like.
Yeah, now
you
before
know?
they would discover you and build you up.
Right.
Now it's like they're riding your coattail and whatever. And some people get certain deals where they make it work for them, and maybe it's a unique deal.
The thing is, though, I mean, most of the time, the reason to really get the deal is so they give you that advance and you get paid finally.
Yeah, but it's not. But that's your budget, though.
Yeah.
And that's why people go broke so fast, because it's like, I could get signed for $3 million tomorrow, but that's $3 million for everybody on my payroll, music videos, recording the album.
Yeah,
it's thousands of dollars.
And then you're locked in for a whole bunch of songs, and so that's always kind of been the trade-off with the label.
And
right?
I'm all set. I'm all the way good.
But now there's some really cool. Now there's some really cool alternatives though, where like companies like Royalty Exchange and I think it's Create Music Group. They do programs where they don't like lock you into a deal, but they'll like advance you money, like kind of like
I've heard of some of those.
And it's like an investment that you have to recoup still, but you're not like you don't have to do what they say. They just like if they believe in you, they're willing to invest. And I think if that type of option is a lot cooler.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to get. There's so many different doors and avenues, all to the same destination. But I just like doing it the way that I have been doing it. And now another thing that's dope for independent artists too is like brand partnerships. And how you were saying earlier, like a lot of artists don't know other ways to get money with music. And music has led me to like places I never thought I'd be. So let's say this, like say artist B, they want to be famous, they want to get on the Billboard chart. So like the label route will work for them. But for artists like me, where I'm good, like sort of like touring and going home and nobody really caring about what I'm doing, the type of like opportunities that I get work for me because that's just, that's me. Right. So like when I started getting like brand partnerships and doing commercials with like other brands and that are based here, that they're global, but a lot of people don't know about the tech companies that are like right here in Boston. And so in the last few years, they started looking for artists. They don't know who the local artists are. So once they found it, now there's so many collaborations with organizations.
What kind of collaborations?
So Isotope, I don't know if you're familiar with them. Their music.
Yeah, I have like all their.
Okay, cool. Well, do you follow them on IG? Did you see when me and Oop was in the campaign?
I don't know if I saw that post.
Okay, so I'll off the record, I'll send it to you. They reached out. They just wanted. They have this device called Aspire, and so we did Aspire campaign with them and like another artist from somewhere else. And so they do partnerships like that where hey, you talk about this product, like sponsorship. Yeah. You talk about this product, we pay you. You do this, like blah, 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 stuff like that. And it's like, that's another bag. That's what I like to call a silent bag. So people was like, oh, yeah, I'm at shows. Okay, there was no shows going on all last year other than virtual. So how else was you getting money? Right. Silent bags. So that's what I was doing at least. So
that's what we're calling this episode.
Yeah,
silent bags.
Silent bags. Let's call it that. That is like the epitome of what I be doing. Just low key. I don't need anybody to, I'm making money, I'm getting money. No. But I'm collecting it silently. But
yeah, that's one thing I've also noticed about you. Just always like being for the community, and always, always willing to like. I see you involved in a lot of different things, and it's like you're just so involved and want to be involved and want to help all the time, and I think it's so dope.
Thank you.
And it's admiring, So, I do like you a lot, I feel like I've accomplished something today. I have Wednesdays off just for my podcast, so I woke up and I had shit to do. I didn't have anything to do but write some music, and sometimes they get, tiring writing music. So
especially with everything else you got going on. Facts.
So, and I don't have a car right now, and I'm trying to think how I'm going to get around because I really needed to go get some avocados and shit.
There's no avocados in walking distance?
No. Yeah. So, literally, I live, like, near Lynn Shore, so the stores is, like, in the hut.
What about grocery delivery?
Instacart.
Oh.
You get some fresh avocados and text the shopper like, give me the freshest.
Yeah, make sure it's
right. You have to go. Well, you have to go to like the Hispanic stores because they got the best avocados. Like it's different from the ones that you find at the grocery. I'd be like, they have like the real shit from Mexico.
Organic, yeah.
Avocados from Mexico. But yeah, so I was feeling like, damn, you're not accomplishing nothing. And I wasn't in the mood of taking a walk to the shore, you know. So I was going to save that energy to probably walk that 15 minutes to go get some avocado. So that's what I did. I walked to get some exercise, and I came back. And then, I was like, yeah, it's Shaydez Day. Today is Red Shades coming in. That's, you know, you have something to look forward to, you know. Yeah. So I was really looking forward to this. And now that I'm here, I'm like, I've accomplished something today.
You did. We all did.
That's right.
Don't look at me like that.
You did accomplish.
Yeah, and it's just a really good feeling because actually when I wanted you on here, when I was asking around because, like I said, I didn't meet you at no show or anything like that. Legit saw you off the internet or whatever. So I'm like, how am I going to get this girl in here or whatever? Because Boston is a lot of, you know, who knows who and you know. So.
But you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you had me do it.
Well, I said.
Hey, she got it done.
Well, I inboxed her, right? Yeah. And then she said, email my management team. So I felt like I needed to pass the ball to you.
To you.
Yeah.
She did what she had to do.
Period.
Just because it's easier to keep all the inquiries like. When people
Hold on,
DM,
let me finish though.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm so sorry. I be forgetting shit. Yeah, so I was when I was asking around like, yo, how do I get her in here? And one person was just like, oh, she's not coming. I'm like, hold on, wait. She's not coming.
Wow.
Yeah,
definitely. Talking about you.
Yeah, I'm like, who's these people?
And I'm just like, why wouldn't she come? And nigga was just like, oh, she's very pro-black or whatever. And I'm like, cool.
What?
Cool.
What does that mean? So, what that mean? What are you?
I'm like, that's what I'm like, cool. So I'm black too. So what you saying?
Yeah.
And because of Dallas, my white
They
co-worker
saying I
here.
wasn't gonna come because Dallas.
Yeah, because he's white and you're very pro-black. So I'm just like, that doesn't even fucking make sense. And she's an artist. She cannot not want to do a show
Most of my fans is white.
She cannot want to do a show because the interviewer is white. That doesn't make no sense.
These people you talking to don't know me at all, so I'm gonna need you to.
You know what?
Some other
I feel you. And I don't listen to shit. You know, I'll just ask what I got. I always already kind of know shit.
Yeah.
Because that's why I can really know if I'm going to be involved into something or not. And a lot of times I'm not involved into shit because it's a choice, you know. But I can read through shit and situations and people, you know, so I already a lot of times know the answer. So I was just like, that's ridiculous. It doesn't make no sense, you know. It almost sounded like they were hating, you know, because a lot of people at the time of Black Lives Matter type of movement shit, a lot of people was totally against this, like, you know, the fact that we work together hard and I'm a female.
Really? Oh, okay.
So I get that a lot where, you know, and I'm very defensive of my friends. Like, my niggas don't need to know what's happening because I do handle shit, as you know. You know, so, yeah, it's more than likely it would never get to you until somebody else tells you or bring it to you. You know what I'm saying? So, but, yeah, I was just like, that's nonsense. And Dallas is the coolest white person anybody would want to know. So that's just ridiculous. And I'm like, watch. So, yeah.
Maybe they're pro-black and they didn't want to do stuff with your show.
Yeah.
Me,
yeah.
I've been. Have you seen my I'm on everybody's show and there's not like half the time people are like white on there. Like I don't have anything against white people.
Yeah. Yeah, but I just thought I would share that just because, you know, motherfuckers going to see the episode and I'll be like, I told you.
She's not coming.
I tell you.
Eating strawberries and got with chocolate.
Bitch. Period. Okay, so last minute things, okay, before we do some shout outs.
Yep.
Tell me one cool personal thing. It don't have to be too personal. Like,
Tell me why, because I got a lot of places I can go. Personal, like what? You want something
genre?
like?
Okay, tell me one personal thing of your choice, but then tell me like who's your favorite local Boston artist that you've worked with, and if you want to tell me your least favorite, I would love it. But you don't have to.
Let me see. Personal. yeah, silly. Let me see. I'm gonna say this. Y'all are gonna hate me because in Libra fashion, with a variety, it's really hard to like trickle it down to one thing.
Yeah.
And I have multiple. Oh, this person and this and this and so I'm gonna do my best. How's that?
Okay.
Some of my favorite artists to work with are. Let's see. I really enjoy working with C4, Brandy Blaze, everybody that was on my album. I reached out to them personally, so those are who I really like rock with, and I appreciate their pen, whether they're singing or whatever the case, and their bars. But I definitely say I'll name people that weren't on my album then, since that's a given. So C4, really enjoyed Miranda Ray. Out here is a R&B artist, and let's see, personal thing that you wouldn't know, like a fun fact. I was a private flight attendant for the Boston Bruins. That was my first job out of college.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That plane must have been fucking insane.
Yeah, they were very nice though.
No, I know. I'm sure they must have partied though, right?
Yeah, they did when they won.
Were you there in the Stanley Cup year? No way.
No.
Okay.
No, that would have been ridiculous. That would have been crazy. Yeah.
That must have been cool. Oh, wow.
It was first job too. Like that was lit. Yeah.
Damn.
I traveled all over the continent
how
of the
long?
US. About a year and a half, a season and a half.
Wow.
And then I came back down. That takes a toll on you, the jet lag. I was all over the place because in between, like when the season was over, we would fly. It was like charter.
Yeah.
So whoever chartered it, we were flying soccer teams and college football and whoever else. Like one time, the Saudi Arabian prince like did it, and I never experienced that before.
Oh, wow.
So it was hilarious because they're like, yeah, you got to be proud. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna serve them the way I serve everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was fun. It was funny though. And then one time we took a soccer team from LA to Trinidad, so that was quite the flight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Quite an
Bet you wouldn't know that. They wouldn't know that, right?
No,
Yeah.
Okay. Least favorite artists, like famous.
I don't
just
have,
kidding,
I'm like,
kidding.
no, but I don't have no lease. Here's
Yeah.
the thing, I don't really be out here. I make it look like I'm out here, like how you said, I am in the community,
Yeah.
but I ain't in the community. Does that make sense? You mean, you got it? I'm out here enough for you to know me. People know who I am, but you don't know me.
Yeah.
Clearly, because, you know what I'm saying?
Because you're not getting signed to Atlantic. Probably
No.
not. At least not that we know.
Not that I know
And
of.
you're not racist against white people.
No.
Like,
No,
yeah, so
and
people don't
somebody's
know
like,
you.
she's
Yeah.
pro-black. Like,
Yeah.
okay, what does that... I don't even know how they would, like, gather that information. Because, like, only my close friends would know that. Because online, like, what do I be posting? just the music, and I be chilling. You see me in the trees and walking outside. Like, what I be posting? I'm not even one of those people that, like, post those, you know how some people every day they post something like about
a pro-black type of
well,
quote.
yeah, like I barely be on it. Like, what are y'all talking about? I really think there might be another Red Shades. I do. There might be another artist that people's getting me confused with.
Yeah, they got her fucked up. Fucked up. Alright. Well, well, but fuck what people think. They're gonna think, like you said, niggas don't know you. So, however they perceive you,
it's none of my business.
It's none of your fucking business. You feel me? So I'm just, I'm glad that you came for the 100th time, and I'm glad, like, this was an honor to have you in the building tonight on High Stream.
Thank you. I had a great time. I'm not just saying that. I'm all about the vibes for real. Thank you for the hospitality.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the great, questions. I like having, like, different questions and stuff. You was like, I'm going to dig deep. I'm going to ask other questions. I like that because, you're right. Like, y'all hear the music all the time, and I'm an open book in my music, but so let's ask some questions that we don't know. You know what I mean?
I will ask you a question about the music.
Yeah.
What should people listen to? Where can they find it? How do they spell your name? All that shit.
Great question. All right, everybody, what's good? I'm your girl, Red Shaydez. That is spelled RED space SHAYDEZ. My website is chillingintheshade.com. on brand because I'm always chilling in shade. I don't know what's going on outside. And then my latest album is Feel the Aura. You can check.
Go get that.
Thank
Go
you. Appreciate
listen.
y'all.
Stream
You can
everywhere.
find it everywhere. It's a part of a trilogy. Magnetic Aura was the first album. Feel the Aura was the second.
I love that. Yeah.
And I Am the Aura will be the last and final thing of the trilogy.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. For updates, follow me everywhere at Red Shades 1. Holla.
Dope shit. Now, let's do some quick shout outs before we end this motherfucking night.
Let's get it. All right. Yo.
Do you have some shout outs?
Yeah, let's I want to shout out I don't know if everybody knows, but Matt's been on fire right now, so I just want to shout out all the artists doing their things with the joining Lucas with Space Jam, be it with the Nicki Minaj and with the Def Jam release and a lot of things going on. And shout out to me too, because I hit one of my goals of being on BET Jams this year with my video, Let Me Go Talk My Shit. Y'all check that out too.
Yes.
And shout out to everybody, all the artists out here trying to do their things. If you need advice, holla at me.
Definitely, because I'm going to be hollering at her. Okay, so now is that really real? Like, are you going to respond, or are you just one of those artists that's being nice for them and then
love, I respond.
I get the feeling she's gonna respond.
I respond. I responded to you when I didn't even know who you was. I did, right?
Okay. Period. Cool. So there you go, guys. She'll respond. Shout out to all the artists, like she mentioned, in Boston right now. Shout out to Red Shades, for coming through, and she's so like humble, and I didn't know what to expect. Actually, I expected sweet, but I didn't expect so warm and wholesome and just humble.
Thank you. That's my southern side.
Yeah. Okay. What's your math side?
Georgia. Huh?
The
the way I rap.
Okay.
Or I can get assertive if I need to, but I like being sweet. You know? But if it's when you're sweet, sometimes people try to but you just gotta show them what's what. One time. Then they won't rock. They won't try to
Period. Period. Shout out to OTA's OTA. Shout out to everybody that comes to High Street. If you come to High Street, if you support this producer right here, and
not just me, all the guys.
If you support him and all of my other producers, we got like 5 of them. Do you want me to name them? Fine. Jensen. Shout out to Jensen. Shout out to Mind Spawn. Shout out to 16 Beats.
16 Bit Spit. Jerry-O.
Jerry-O.
2020 Chopper online.
Gang, all right? We got a whole list. And, shout out to all the artists that come and that fuck with us. Shout out to me. I have some new shit coming out. And shout out to CC in the building tonight, okay? The Lou Cam ain't up, so y'all can't see her. And Dallas.
Oh, man, I don't have too many left after that, but I will say shout out Last Days, Dirty, and all Dirty Hawk Management, or Dirty Hawk Entertainment, Cash Quota Management, because we're about to do a big mixtape.
Hey, Cash Quota.
Big mixtape.
Shout out to them, that management. They mad dope.
Yeah.
Mad dope.
Yeah.
Sean Trapp hit me about a movie, so that's really good.
Yeah.
Remember Sean Trapp with the moose?
Yep.
The moose?
Yeah, I think he's coming tomorrow.
Oh, you have to record?
Yeah.
Oh, dope. I need to come to get my shit together too, but that's for another day. I do have a single dropping, so we're gonna look out for that. And my phone's fixed. I've been having technical difficulties, guys, for the past 2 weeks, so y'all have not been seeing me on anywhere. But that's fixed, and
nice.
That's fixed. So now we're about to get into it. All right. Again, it's been an awesome night. Thank you so much once again. Until next week, this is the Fame Jackson Podcvst with Dallas Rose.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Peace, y'all. Shades in the motherfucking hole.
You're
I got a frog in my pocket.
Broke boy, I see you watching. Nigga getting shot, he try me. These niggas hot, too thirsty. These bitches old for the gossip. And my heart too cold for the nonsense. Nigga, watch how you talking to me. Why you got my name in your mouth like a bitch? You hoes be running your mouth when I pull it to the curb, I'm spraying shit. Fuck nigga, what you talking about? You